are the main symptom of Asperger's syndrome in adult. Asperger's syndrome is a neurobiological disorder considered to be a part of the autism spectrum. The exact use of the condition is unknown, although many experts believe that there is a hereditary component. Asperger's syndrome can affect people of all races and socio-economic background, although it is 3 to 4 times more common among men. The condition is sometimes called as Asperger's disorder, Aspergers, or AS in medical text. People with Asperger's syndrome may show symptoms throughout their entire life, but most are not diagnosed until adulthood. People with Asperger's syndrome were often bullied as a children or mocked up their highly unusual interests. However, since many children experience these difficulties, the extent of the problem is too seldom recognized until much later. Essentially, Asperger's syndrome causes behavior that can be best described as quirky. Bill Gates, Woody Allen, Bob Dylan, Keanu Reeves, Al Gore, and Garrison Keillor are some of the many notable public figures who expert beliefs show symptoms of Asperger's syndrome. There is also some evidence to suggest that Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton exhibited the condition as well. Impaired social reaction are a key component of Asperger's syndrome. People who suffer from this condition find it difficult to develop meaningful relationships with their peers. They struggle to understand the subtitles of communicating through eye contact, body language, or facial expression, and seldom show affection towards others. They are often accused of being disrespectful and rude, since they find they can't comprehend expectation of appropriate social behavior and are often unable to determine the feeling of those around them. People suffering from Asperger's syndrome can be said to lack both social and emotional reciprocity. Although Asperger's syndrome is related to autism, people who suffer from this condition do not have other developmental delay. They have normal to above average intelligence, fail to meet the diagnostic criteria of any other pairwise development disorder. In fact, people with Asperger's syndrome often show intense focus, high logical thinking, and exceptional abilities in maths or science. There is no cure for Asperger's symptom, but cognitive behavior therapy, specialized speech therapy, and counseling can help alleviate many of the condition's more troubling symptoms. If they learn to develop the appropriate coping mechanism, people with Asperger's syndrome are quite capable of getting married, having children, becoming gainful employed, and leading independent life. In recent years, many of people who have been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome have came to call themselves Aspies or Aspergians is an attempt to reduce the stigma associated with their condition. In fact, there are a growing number of websites dedicating to celebrating Asperger's syndrome as an example of neurodiversity instead of illness in need of treatment. So, if you are having any mechanical or feeling problem according to your peers and you think you are overacting in anything, maybe you have the Asperger's syndrome. It is not syndrome, now it is neurodiversity illness. That's all for today. Have a great day ahead.